Hello, everyone. Another Stargods vlog. I just want to first start off by saying I got all these wonderful, wonderful comments. Some of them were, if you know what I mean, uh, they were great because I asked for some feedback because I was at a point where I was going to shut Stargods down, remove it from the internet. And but then I asked, well, how do people feel? I wanted to know, how do people really feel? Do they appreciate me at all? Because I'm extremely low rated. Been here on YouTube. If this makes it to YouTube, I'm not sure. I have to decide with every video whether I want to risk, putting it on YouTube. But I've been on here since 2001. 2001. And I've never gotten 8,000, up to 8,000 hits. No, sorry, 8,000 subs. One time I was one away from 800, yeah, it was 800,000 subs. And I got up in the morning, I was so excited, I was going to, woohoo! So hundreds have been deleted. Hundreds of the subs were deleted. Thank you, YouTube. Really, thank you. And I just want to say it really encouraged me to stay on. And, in a donation, a couple of donations here and there would really help motivate me. Because when you get a donation, you don't want to let people down. But at the same time, you don't want to sing your songs at a restaurant that's empty every night. It's kind of pointless. But those are my motivators, and I'm not here to preach, teach, or be your guru or anything. I used to like inspiring people to think for themselves, but people don't really think for themselves much. So I'm at a point where now the reason why I'm here is because I'm bored. I got a lot of free time, and I'm bored. Um, I'm a pensioner. Wow, I never thought I'd ever say that in my entire life. Oh, when I was a youth, oh my God, was I on fire. I was on fire. I did lots of. I could write a book on all the interesting things I've done, but I'm not going to talk about that. It's not about me. So I want to. Well, first of all, I got my notes. I got to put these glasses were $2,000. They're Gucci. True story. Got them from the dollar store. No, I think Gucci's suing the dollar store now for lost wages. Okay. The subject is Alex Jones. But that friggin' nutcase, he's on trial, and well, I will tell you this: hate him or leave him, or no, hate him or keep him. Oh, thank you, doctor. Those shots. They got a vaccine for everything. Did you know? If you've got flat feet, they've got a vaccine for you. That's right. That's right. So Alex Jones is in court fighting for his freedom, and they're not allowing him to defend himself. They're not allowing certain evidence. They're fabricating and faking video evidence by splicing, dicing, and they get away with it. They get away with it because they control everything now. It's sickening. I was hearing now that it's likely that the Democrats are going to take control of the Congress next vote. Wow, then they'll own America. Um, yeah, and so now it's important. Everybody says, "Oh, I mean, Alex Jones is a mental case, and he screams like a baboon and all this crap." Well, I mean, Paul Revere could be put in the same light because he was a lunatic. Oh, he's just shouting the British are coming. It's depressing. Shut him up. Arrest him now. You know, Paul Revere could be seen as an early form of Alex Jones. But thing is, Paul Revere was right that the Redcoats were coming. And Alex Jones, I've listened for years and years and years. He's always been right on. I've heard things from his show that I heard nowhere else, and I thought, no, that's crazy. That's not going to happen. Just look around, and okay, it's happened. Um, what they're going to do is, if they get the victory with Alex Jones, they'll move on to these free platforms, free speech platforms, where they'll introduce new federal laws under the Anti-Terrorist Act and shut all the free speech from all the like BitChute and stuff they want. Right now, it's up to the owners of the company what they want to do, free speech or not. But then when the federal government gets involved and executive actions start being signed, well, there's the end of free speech because that's a terrorist act. It's an act of terror, free speech. So, and then there'll be no more narrative, free speech narrative. It'll evaporate overnight. And so it's important that Alex Jones, that you support Alex Jones. I mean, you like him or not, you need to support him. You need to support him. And then Trump, he allowed free speech to be taken away from him. What did he do? He had a meeting with YouTubers at the White House, and he huffed and he puffed, and he couldn't blow them away because they knew what a jerk and what a liar he was. And guess what? They were right. He didn't do anything. There was old Joe stole the election. Trump had old Joe in the crosshairs, could have taken him down. Treason. Could have had him hanged for all we know. But we're decent people in America. We don't hang people. We'll never hang Hillary. I say, giddy up. So he backed off, and then he had this big diversion. Oh, it's so important that I count the votes, to recount the votes. 1, 2, 3. He was an idiot. He was, sorry to wake the dog up, but absolute idiot. And now he thinks he's going to run again and get back in. Doesn't he understand that the voting machines are totally rigged against him? They will not allow him. These kamikazes will not allow him to get back in. And he knows that, and yet he's doing this big bluff thing. He's huffing and he's puffing and he's putting his Mussolini look on his face. I don't know. He's on drugs or something. I don't know what's wrong with him, but he's the most and then Operation Word Two, we're going to get everybody vaccinated. Isn't it funny how when they put the vaccine in, right? They released the vaccine, the sudden death rate worldwide, woo, right through the roof. It's just coincidence. It's just coincidence. Okay? Do you understand? It's just coincidence. Hey, that's what all these I gotta adjust here. Stupid chairs driving me mental. This is what all these backseat head bobbers in the back window do. Government is wonderful. Government is great. Yeah. Yeah, I lost my thought. I wish I could reverse this, but these bobbers, these government head bobbers. I mean, old Joe could put out a thing right now that all your little children are going to be rounded up and, taken care of by old Joe, the great sniffer. He's the king sniffer. And everybody would go, well, that's not right. Well, okay, Joe, you know what you're doing. Democrats forever. Isn't it funny how the Republicans did nothing to stop the Democrats? The Democrats were dancing on the edge of a cliff, and the Republicans could have just went, doop, and down the whole system would go. They didn't do that. They did everything in their power to protect Biden. Oh, YouTube alert. They did everything they could to protect the old Joe, protect him, take care of him, keep him absolutely sealed and comforted and feathered his nest and made sure that nobody ever charged him for anything, inquired for anything, or even asked him to explain anything. Put him on the spot and say, what were your reasons for leaving all the Americans in Afghanistan? Well, he's but all these, where all these head bobbers come from. There's a great deal of body snatchers replacement. It's called replacement theory. I know, I've seen it in action with my own eyes. I have seen it. Okay, I know it. Now you've got clones. Now you got hybrids, alien hybrids, and they're all head bobbers. Isn't old Joe good? Isn't he wonderful? They're what are taking the system down, and the Republicans seem to be really head bobbing. Let's say Donald Duck does get voted back in. It's all rigged. All the votes are rigged. They're all rigged. They're all hacked. So if Donald Duck gets in power, then he was meant to be in power, and that's part of the Democratic plan. Because if he gets in, that's part of the Democratic plan, man. And he's a duck. He's Donald Duck. But fortunately, unlike Donald Duck, he keeps his pants on. Donald Duck's got a problem, okay? I think there was a nudity scandal a while back where Donald Duck was reported to be a member of a nudist colony. And so Alex Jones who's been exposing with the most valid information, solid information, documented information. It's always been Alex Jones. It hasn't been the media. No, we don't talk about that. No. He's proved himself over and over and over again. And then people just, no, he's an idiot. Well, then if he was an idiot, Paul Revere was an idiot. Okay, so it's going to be an end of free speech narrative. I can guarantee that they'll have federal laws coming out, and then old Joe will be signing those bills. Executive action here and executive action there, everywhere. Okay, so what they are, the Democrats are the Borg. We are the Borg. Resistance is futile. We shall assimilate you. Your culture will adapt. And that's what we're doing now. We're adapting to that Borg culture that's out there. The human power elite culture, where drugs, sex, rock and roll, anything goes. Cannibalism, yeah. Eating bugs and insects, yeah, man. The head bobbers are coming. The head bobbers are coming. Beware of that. And okay, so looking. So yeah, it is. It's like the Borg. Because the Illuminati have you under mind control. They have all control through mind control. The networks, the media, everything says the Illuminati are all powerful. No, they're not all powerful. We think they are, and we don't hit me, Big Daddy. Don't hit me, Big Daddy. You know, that's what we're at with, you know, the great and powerful Oz. You know, that's the Illuminati. You know, they're the great Lizard of Oz who have told us, and we've all gone, oh yeah, I do believe in the Illuminati. I do believe in the Illuminati. Don't hit me, don't hit me. The great Lizard of Oz has spoken, and they say they're all powerful, and you better listen to them because they are all powerful. No, they're not. Because everybody's under mind control or they're a head bobber. Okay. And so they're not all powerful. If all we have to do is stand up against them, and they're finished. Will we stand up against them? I think so. I think so, and I'll discuss this in a minute. There's a time coming. This is their window of opportunity. It's about to close. It's about to shut. Then they're finished. They're dead in the water. They'll be in quicksand. And the Republicans, drop the Republicans. Where's the independent people or the independent organizations? The Democrats have been dancing and laughing at everybody as they stand right near the edge of the cliff. And all the Republicans had to do is boop, and down they go. But they didn't. Never charged them, never brought anybody to court, nobody's in jail, and everything is happy, yeah, in Republican land, because Trump is going to get us all reelected. Isn't that good? Trump's part of the plan. He's the good cop in the bad cop with the bad cop. So this is how it works. I don't know. Alex Jones has called the shots. I can't even remember, you know. But let's get back to the Illuminati being all powerful. I'll just mention that there were 4 major events, more major portions of the plan that they had for us. Devastating. That made me, actually, I was very depressed hearing about it. Things that they were planning that have not come about. The biggest, most major thing. I don't want to give them ideas and say, well, wait a minute, this guy, we gotta prove this guy wrong, you know, because they listen, you know. I'm a nobody, but they're going to be listening. They're going to be listening, believe me. There'll be reports and, yeah, Sector Tang, Mao, Mao, Sector Say, Hangua, Hangua. So, is Hangua part of the AI scanning? Hangua? I don't even know what it means. I just made it up. I think that's how I talk if I drink. That's why I don't drink. And so 4 major events, 4 things that were going to happen, big time things that were going to happen, they haven't appeared. In fact, it's been the opposite. Okay, but I don't want to talk about it, but believe me. And so, why? Okay, so, smell something. Gee, that's weird. Anyways, I'm having all kinds of weird experiences. Oh, that I could tell you about. Really, I don't know, parallel universe type stuff. So, the Borg. I mean, the Borg. This is what they are. We shall assimilate you. And that's what the Democrats are doing now. They're assimilating. The Democrats are the New World Order. They are assimilating everybody now into their head bobbing society. Yes, sir. Yes. Oh, did you hear? Did you hear about this? They have a new vaccine in powder form that you can put in the water. It'll change the water to a pretty color, and it's got sparkles. Yeah, it's the new vaccine. It's called that. Oh, yeah. Look it up. Yeah, 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 yeah. Dr. Jim Jones vaccine. Wow, it's the best vaccine killer ever. And I screwed that up. I screwed that up. It's a good thing I'm not on TV. Uh, it's the newest, it's the latest, it's the biggest, the most famous coming vaccine where you can drink it. So it's called Dr. Jim Jones powdered vaccine. And all the pretty sparkles, the kids will love it. The kids will love it. Hey, Johnny, why are you on the floor? Um, so anyways, to wrap this up, um, they are not going to win because you know what? They can have all the laws, all the enforcement, but there are going to be people that are still going to wear guns. Well, big government's telling you right now to your face, you get rid of that guns. Guns kill school children. And they'll go, F you, motherfucker. I'm wearing my gun, and you're never going to know about it. They're not going to give up their guns. I know that there's people, even where I am, that have buried their guns. They have buried their guns so they cannot, and so when the detectors come, they're buried under underground pipes and things, so they'll never be found. So they're not going to get rid of the guns, So, but they're big and tough, and they're all powerful. They're the Illuminati. When they say seize the guns, it will happen. I'm gonna quote. Hopefully, I can remember what the quote is from Kate Bush, a song, "Cloud Busting" or "Cloud Buster" or something. Look it up and watch that song, and don't you dare diss the goddess of all music. Don't you, or you can unsubscribe. Um, anyways, she says in the song, I just know something good is going to happen. Saying it will make it. No, just saying it will make it happen. I just know something good is going to happen. Just saying it could make it happen. I believe that now. I'm getting that from my spirit within. Should I trust my corrupted, mind-controlled senses? Really? Should I? My senses have let me down. I've been, just absolutely fooled by a lot of times. And here's a good one, Y2K. Everybody was mind controlled. Everybody was hypnotized, and it worked. It worked fabulously. And guess what? Record sales all across all the corporations. Boy, we're doing good this year. Um, no, I don't trust it. It looks that way, and seriously, I cannot come up with any kind of indicative evidence that they're not going to take over. I can't prove it. But I know, for one thing, there's no angels coming to save us. There's no 100th monkey effect coming. The new age isn't going to save us. All these promise keepers, remember, they were going to really take care of us. Promise who? What was that? What was that? And the militias and all. Nobody's coming to save us. The aliens are not coming to save us. The good aliens, the good aliens. This is what they're building up to on this Ancient Aliens show, which is pure propaganda. Oh, they were here before, and they're coming again, and they're going to rescue us. So everybody sits back and doesn't do anything, and rapture. That's that's the cherry on the. Oh, that was a cherry with whipped cream, organic. Yes. And yeah, that's what it, you know, rapture. Just wait for the rapture. Just wait for the aliens. Don't do anything. Don't even get off your ass. Just wait. Wait. Don't take your garbage out. That's a waste of time. I knew a woman who said that. I heard it with my own ears. She said she doesn't take out the garbage because it's a waste of time. Doesn't change the kitty litter because it's a waste of time. Because the Lord could come at any second. Oh, really? Then how come Jesus said it was going to happen during his generation? And then it was the kingdom of God is at hand. Does that mean 2,000 years? I don't know. Let's not get into it because I'll get off the topic once again. Um, so they are the Borg, and they think that well, the fact is we do believe them when they say they're all powerful. We will be assimilated in our culture. Will adapt to theirs. There is no culture now. It's drug, sex, rock and roll. Hey, Trudeau, he legalized bestiality. I love Trudeau. He's hot. He's hot. Um, that's how he got in. And plus the marijuana vote. He said, well, I'll legalize marijuana. And hey, Big Daddy, what next? The next election, I'll legalize heroin, you know. So anyways, there were let's see what that is there. There were the Indians, native Indians here. They, in times past, they've had their children almost literally kidnapped and put into Catholic schools up in the Yukon, wherever. And now it's been discovered thousands of graves of dead school children. I can guarantee they were abused, ritually slaughtered. Um, well, let's not get into detail because there are some families that may be listening, but it was genocide, and the Pope admitted that it was genocide in a not directly but indirectly, where you could come to no other conclusion that he was telling you uh, they were genocided. And there is a clause that they want the native Indians. They want the Pope Francis to eliminate, and that is the early was it papal bull decreed that they had the right to take over and colonize the new lands and exterminate the Indians. And they say we want that out of canonization or whatever they call it. And the Pope goes, no, I don't think so. No. You know, unbelievable. And you know what the chiefs did? You know what the chiefs did? After thousands of murders and rapes, with all these kids found in shallow graves, do you know what happened? They presented the Pope with an honorary headdress of feathers. You know, like, bastards. Those sons of bitches. Unbelievable. They did that. And just before I get into that, the Queen was charged, and she had to appear in court. Of course, she doesn't have to appear in court, for the kidnapping of 10 Indian children from a native school that were taken by Prince Philip and her for a so-called picnic and were never seen again. Okay? Not the Queen, not the Queen. Yeah, 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 yeah. So, now I lost my thought again. Um, so the Pope is not going to be blamed. It's going to be the chiefs that are going to be blamed. The chiefs, are the one that are going to take the flack for the Pope. There has been no charges laid, no investigation, nothing but graves. And now people are going to be really, really angry. The natives are really, really angry. They're really angry at the chiefs because the chiefs are acting as a deflection. No, 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 no. Don't concentrate on the genocide. No, no, and the extermination of native Indians. No, 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 no. Just look to those chiefs. They're bad, isn't that? The headdress. Yeah, they are bad. They do that because they're under orders. Play ball with the Illuminati, you'll become heads of heads of companies, and your future will be great, and you'll be leaders, and they'll give you everything you want. So yeah, they all get in thinking they're real hot shots, and now I think the elders are going to have second thoughts because of the abuse that's coming towards them, and the threats and the dangers of complying to the Borg, the Pope. So the Pope admits that it was genocide. So then it was genocide in Catholic schools. Well, then who was the hierarchy that planned it all out and implemented it? Couldn't be the Vatican. Could no, 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 it's not the Vatican. You're not a Democrat, are you? Unbelievable. Anyways, Kathy O'Brien, she exposed satanic pedophilia amongst all the politicians of the world. How she started, she says her father was extremely abusive, was a pedophile, abused her over and over again. And one day he got caught because he was mailing, he had pedophilia in the mail. And he got caught, and he was facing long-term prison terms, okay? And he attended a church. Isn't that cute? He attended. He loves Jesus. He loves Jesus Christ for him every night. And he goes to. So there's a lot of Masons in churches. Let me tell you. Let me warn you. I know from my own experience. Any church out there, I can pick anyone out of the telephone book of any church in any part of the world, and I can tell you that church is 90% operated by Masons. And if you want to know if there's Satanists involved, go to your church at midnight, and if the light's on, there's cars in the area, something bad's going down, okay? Wake up. It's, all these bobbleheads are just getting to my nerves. Here, take my child. And so okay, so he went to church, and in church was a low-level politician, a nothing politician. He said, well, I've spoken to the rest of the members of the Masons, right? I spoke to them. They're willing to make you a deal. If you give us your daughter, we will make sure that you do not go to prison. All these crimes that you did will vanish. There'll be no investigation. And so her father did that. And he said, oh, well, she's yours. Here's your new daddy, honey. And so what they did was they groomed her, mind controlled her. She's an amazing Trans America is the book. It's, oh my God, it's unbelievable what I've learned about people. The politicians, she got passed around like a bag of chips. I'm not kidding. She got back. The Bush family is the number one pedophile ring of America in the world. They control the industry. They are the main culprits. but that's okay. It's Bush family. George Bush, he was so funny. George Bush Senior, he was so funny. Um, wow. I mean, it was the root of all power as far as child molestation goes, and that was the Bush family, and they're probably still in control. Uh, Hillary Clinton played this is her from her knowledge, her experience. Hillary Clinton, ACDC, liked women a lot. Yeah, if you know what I mean. Uh, Bill Clinton, he was total homo. Can I say homo? Oh, I gotta say rainbow. He was rainbow. He had sparkles. No, he liked his men. He liked his men, but he also liked women. But I think his default was for men. I don't know. I forget what she said there. So, anyways, she was passed around like chips, and she reveals everything she knows. I found out Bob. There was another woman that exposed everything. You think you know everything. Bob Hope was the most evil man I've ever heard of. Well, except for Jeffries, but Bob Hope was evil, and to me, he looks evil. He looks evil. This guy is just oh. He had sex slaves and he did unspeakable things. He was evil. But then people think, oh, he's a comedian. He made me laugh. He's so wonderful. He probably goes to church. He probably loves Jesus. Yeah. He loves him. Yeah. I am so sick of that Jesus shite. It's Jesus freaks. They're the meaning that no, they are the majority members of the bobblehead movement. Praise Jesus, the rapture's coming. Help me! Help me! I need help. I've been stabbed. I've been stabbed by a gang. No, I can't get involved. Jesus is coming. Sorry. Um, Unbelievable. So let's filter my mind here a little bit. She was an amazing woman. She is a saint. She's a Stargod saint as far as I'm concerned, and so is Kate Bush, and don't you dare diss her. Or you can unsubscribe. I'll help you. You little hand, you know. And yeah, I don't put my finger here. Yeah, yeah, put your finger there. Push. Yeah, okay, you're unsubscribed. That's good. That's good. Um I think they're all flakes. Most of these people now are all flakes. No, there's no true blue people like her. Yeah, what was her name? Kathy. Yeah, Kathy O'Brien. Uh, from the little bit that I've heard of her, I don't like big time follower. But the little bit I heard, I've been so impressed. Like, wow, wow, you're a Star God saint. So is Kate Bush. So, and Alex Jones, he's done a pretty good job. He's always told us the truth, and we couldn't handle it. You cannot handle the truth. You couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. No, no, he's lying. He's a buffoon. Look at him. He's a monkey. You know, no, he's an alpha male, which the world there's no, all these guys now they're into wearing their panties and they're wearing their little trainer bras and hey Frank, look at my bra. Wow. Hey, let's get a beer tonight. I so anyways in closing here I gotta say that I think something good is going to happen. Even saying it could make it happen. I don't trust my senses. I think there, but there's no hundredth monkey effect. There's no aliens are going to save us. The good aliens and the militia. Yes, the oath keepers. None of it. No new age movement. Nothing's going to save. And if you want to be kind of, I guess, saved is the word, you can do it on your own. You can change your circuitry in your brain, which I am trying to do. And just don't buy what they're saying. Just don't buy it. You don't need reasons. You don't need proof. You just don't buy it. I don't. I don't believe it. And I don't believe 2 years ago, maybe a year ago, I would have sworn on a stack of Bibles we were going down the tube. We're going down, but it's gonna. We need to be woken up. We need to. We made our bed, and now we're going to sleep in it. And then once we realize there's shade in this bed, then we're gonna there'll be an awakening. But it's not the 100th monkey. You can do it. Just one man or woman can change their reality by changing their thoughts, and they could be into an alternative universe that old Joe is not president, and the world is so much better, and there's peace, there's harmony, there's a true existence. And what about all my loved ones? Well, all your loved ones will be there. They'll all be there. Your spouse will be there. Your kids will be there. It'll be exactly the same. You'll have the same house. Something might be different. Some small little thing. Then you'll know you've switched. But it'll be changed in a twinkling of an eye. Okay. I strongly believe this. I've had experience with alternative universes and stuff like that. So you're not going to convince me of anything that doesn't sound right to me. And so you can do that right now. I'm working hard at altering my energy so that I can just slip into a different reality. Is what I'm saying. And we slip into different realities. I know this for a fact. All the time, several times a day. Several times a day. I could give you stories like I've had a lot of experience in some crazy stuff. But now I'll keep it to myself. You just have to change your programming. You have to see. So I accept something now. I officially believe that something good is going to happen. Even saying it could make it happen. Okay? I love Kate Bush. She's a genius. Kate Bush is a genius. You want to know what a genius is? Look up The Dreaming by Kate Bush and listen to that. Unbelievable talent. So, I don't trust my five senses because my five senses are not correct. People say, I only believe what I can see. Yeah, really? Well, I got a book of illusions. It's a collection of visual illusions that you can look through, you know? If you can be fooled by an illusion. What about mental illusions, psychological illusions? I don't pay any attention to that. I just praise Jesus. That's all I do is praise Jesus. Well, then you're useless. You're useless. Um, you know what Christianity is pure mind control. It's the greatest mind control device they've ever come up with. It's controlled opposition put forth by the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church, we don't have anything to do with the Catholic Church. I don't worship Mary. No, but you study a Bible that's been filtered, spin doctored, cleaned up by the Catholic Church. They decide which scriptures you were going to read. Do you find the Book of Enoch in your Bible? It was an extremely popular book in its day. Do you find it in the New Testament? No. The Catholic Church said, "Be off for for a long time, if you had a copy of any of the forbidden books, you were burned at the stake with the book. How about the Gospel of Thomas? Well, what's that? It's been condemned. So the Catholic Church conditioned you and gave you the scripts that they wanted you to be mind controlled by. The other true scriptures, the other totally valid scriptures, totally better scriptures, heavy, deeper. Whoa, you can't help but get in touch with God by reading them. They were all removed. No, we're not putting them in the... We got Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, which represents the four corners of the world, which is pure Masonic symbolism. Illuminati and all that, because they worship, the secret societies worship this thing in the four corners of the world, and you can see that demonstrated in Led Zeppelin. What I saw when I was watching Led Zeppelin, I was in the audience. Oh, it was fantastic. But anyways, there's Jimmy Page, bam bam, and then he turns, bam bam. He's giving honor to the four corners of the earth. This is what Eusebius wrote, that that's what Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, why they were limited to just those four books, because they are the four winds, earth, wind, fire, and whatever. And that's what it represents, the four Gospels. So you were hoodwinked right from the beginning. And yeah, it's a fact, Jack, and you can't say a thing against it. Well, you're going to burn in hellfire. You know, imagine, just I always get on this subject because it's like my biggest pet peeve. To imagine all your loved ones now, because they were Catholic, maybe they didn't really look into Jesus, they're all in hellfire now, going for eternity. That makes you feel good, doesn't it? It hits the old heart. Yeah, I refuse to believe that crap. I was a Christian. I no longer am a Christian. I identify with the original Christianity, which was Gnostic Christianity, that was, well, it was taking over the world. People connected. Well, once you read their scriptures, but they were all burned. But some were hidden and some have been published today. But when you read them, you get in touch. You go down the well of deep, deep knowledge. It's not namby-pamby. And Jesus was born in a manger, and he had all 10 toes. He had all 10 fingers. Bobbleheads. You know, I'm trying not to get too, like, wrathful, you know, like the big J up there with the lightning bolts. But you need to kind of look into it, you know. You kind of got to look into it. If you want to give me some feedback, well, go ahead. Good or bad, you can tell me I'm a lunatic. I'm going to burn in hell because God loves me so much. Burning in hell in the lake of fire for eternity, you're not learning anything. The lessons are you suffer, the suffering stops, then you change your mind, you go on the right path. But eternity, that's not a lesson. That's torture. You're not learning anything. And I don't want to get onto it. I don't want to really diss Christianity, but I want you all to know I'm no longer a Christian. I was a born again, I guess you could say, assistant pastor, lay preacher. But I just rebuked it all because I read my Bible. I read my Bible and went, religion, Bible. Bible talks against religion. You know, anyways, it's a big name. There I go, wasting time, and it's going to be an hour now, and I do this every time. But I got to tell you the truth. I'm not here to kiss up to you and get subs and, you know, get, you know, like the bobbleheads. You know, I'm not into that. I don't give a flying fig what you think. I'm telling you. What I believe is truth, and you don't have to accept it. I don't care. because one day I'm going to just be in my own alternative universe. And people like you won't be there. Yeah, I'm sorry, but you know, and I don't like talking about rapture because I have loved ones who believe in the rapture. And I don't want to rob their hope, take away the hope for them for the future. But I don't know. I used to be in all that until I saw the evidence in the Bible. The Bible says what? So what are you telling me? So there you go, off the subject and using up more time as usual. So again, keep those nice comments coming if you want to, if you appreciate Stargods for being here, and send a comment so we here can all read. I hate it when they say that. It's just me, there's nobody else. So oh, you're just nitpicking with words. Yeah, I guess so. Anyways. Okay, so something good is happening. Can you feel it? Anybody out there, can you feel it like I feel it from within? It's a peace that comes over me and it goes, relax. It's almost like a voice. It says, relax. These things they're going to go away. They're going to go away. As they come towards us, they're going to be swallowed up by quicksand or something. Something different, something good is going to happen. What it is, I have no idea. I don't even have this much of a clue as to what it could be. But maybe we'll all shift into an alternative universe. I don't know. But give me feedback. I enjoy feedback. And it can be really bad feedback. Speak your mind. You're angry. You're absolutely ticked off with some of the things I've said. Let me have it. Because I want you to get it out of your system. Because anger is a valid emotion. Okay? So there's an invitation to all you frogs out there that want to cause trouble. I love you because I love twisting you up in little knots. You know what I mean? Anyways, out of the deepest part of my soul and my love towards you all, you frogs are going to burn in hell forever and ever. Amen. Or should I say, Amen Ra. Thank you very much. Good night. God bless. Kiss me, Eddie.